I think maybe even Dirty Jersey Rat. Dirty Jersey. Yay! I love that song.
Doing 9-hour streams sitting in a chair. And again, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. Everybody's an expert at how I should do my show. Everybody's an expert. Kevin, why don't you do this? Why don't you do that? Melton was like, do it like the Hunchback does. Do it like the Hunchback does. Do 9-hour streams where you get high and drunk all day. You're watching Steel Toe. Hunchback, or I don't know what the Greek word is, an excessive forward rounding of the upper back caused by poor posture, osteoporosis, fractures, or congenital issues. Symptoms include back pain, stiffness, fatigue, and limited mobility. Treatment, which can often reverse the condition, involves exercise. Well, that's out. Treatment, which can often reverse the condition, involves exercise. Sorry. Postural training. Yeah, he's going to have to learn how to stand upright. But how's he going to do a show? Standing and core strengthening. Causes of the most common type are due to slouching, weak muscles, and sedentary habits, particularly in children and adolescents. Symptoms, excessive rounding of the back. He's got that. I guess he's got back pain and stiffness, fatigue, forward head posture. Yep. But he's an expert. He's an expert on everything. He invented super tips, and he was telling everybody how I should do my show. And remember, my money was down. Remember, my money was down. How's your money, Melton? Is it down? You haven't done a show this month, huh? These fucking losers, like he's some hero. Melton is in such pain. Oh, that's terrible. That's terrible. He's in great pain. Oh, that's terrible. Fucking piece of shit.
It's even more amazing that he was able to pull all this off.
I don't know what he said. Was
it all a work to dodge the long arm of the Minnesota law? No. Melton was in great pain all weekend. That's why it's even more amazing that he was able to pull all this off.
I don't know what he said about it, so
yeah, I mean,
I'm not talking about it.
What did happen? What happened with the court thing though that you're supposed to be at today?
Well, he had a doctor's note to not be there.
He said that?
Well, Aaron did. Aaron Imholt announced it.
Okay.
I didn't see any of that. And Aaron Imholt said he had a doctor's note. But again, I had heard this for days from Hackamania. So this clown doctor, and I'm a fan, but this clown doctor gets involved with Hackmania, this clown show. If he had anything to do with the doctor's note, he's an absolute idiot. It's one thing to support child pornography, but it's another thing to actually get involved with a doctor's note in a pending court case, where basically the whole Hackmania is to troll one of the guys in the court case. So if Dr. Steve is involved in this in any way, shape, or form, he's an idiot.
Well, he had a doctor's note to not be there.
He said that?
Well,
no, Tuki's saying it. And Tuki's one of Melton's best friends. Tuki's saying it right now.
Okay. Okay. There's a thing called HIPAA, and you can't talk about.
We're talking about the hippo.
Privileged patient, health information. There's actually federal law that.
Right. Then why was everybody talking about it at Hackmania?
That you can break pretty easily by talking about shit. So I don't talk about this stuff. So
no. It came out from Aaron Imholt. He announced it.
Well, that's
from his HRO.
It's not okay. I'll guarantee you that whatever document was sent in by.
He didn't name any names. He's allowed to talk about his court case. He can talk about what happened in his court case. He didn't name any names. But again, I'd heard about it for days through Hackmania.
Whoever sent it in was.
It came out from Aaron Imholt. He announced it.
Well, that's
from his HRO.
It's not okay. I'll guarantee you that whatever document was sent in by whoever sent it in was privileged. So
there you go.
Well, maybe everyone should have been talking about Hackmania.
A tug simp Toe said, "You ain't a doctor," and the judge is checking. Yeah.
Me? What did I have to do with this?
He's pulling the old Ray DeVito.
Okay, anyway.
Again, Aaron's the one who said this. I'm going by what I heard Aaron say. I had no idea about any of this. And
right. He's pulling Tuki's doing the Ray DeVito thing too. I don't even know. I don't even know who Steel Toe is. I don't know what's going on.
He's saying that apparently again, Aaron's the one who said this. I'm going by what I heard Aaron say. I had no idea about any of this. And he's saying that apparently he got a letter a doctor's note to get out of the whatever.
Okay.
That's it. But I mean, don't people use medical,
Of course.
Yeah. It's not a lie. He was like.
Right. But he was at Hackmania all weekend, but he couldn't go to court. And it was Hackmania. It was at Hackmania with the doctor who wrote the note, joking about the other guy in the court case. So if Dr. Steve is involved with this in any way, shape, or form, he's an idiot. He's an absolute idiot. Because he did it so Melton Otuki will like him. Think he's a good egg.
Patrick could barely walk.
Great news. More great news. More great news. More great news. Keep it coming, Tuki. Please. Thank you.
It's not a lie. He was like, Patrick could barely walk. Patrick was literally just in the theater the whole time. I think I smoked.
If I had champagne, I'd be uncorking it right now or popping the cork, whatever the fuck they say. I don't even care what they say. This is all fantastic news. I hope he ends up in some kind of rehab with a red bar.
5 cigarettes with Patrick. It's not a lie. He was like, Patrick could barely walk. Patrick was literally just in the theater the whole time. I think I smoked 5 cigarettes with Patrick the whole weekend because he was always in the theater working on something.
He works his ass off, and I've never seen him.
He should work his hunchback off. That's the problem, not his ass.
Ass off, and I've never seen him less animated.
Right. Yeah. No, he was all business.
He was miserable.
And he was
fantastic. I mean, I feel like it's my birthday. This is the clip of the year.
There's a story that kind of keeps on.
It's the clip of the year for me.
And
clip of the year. Can barely walk. In a great deal of pain. Again, I don't care what anybody thinks of what my take is. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. Remember, Melton was counting my money, and my show was suffering, and my money was down, and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, yeah, I'm just keeping my show aviate, navigate, communicate. Right? Everybody? Everybody's an expert on my show. At least I'm doing my show, aren't I? Aren't I, boys and girls? Aren't I, boys and girls?
I'm not going to say anything about that just because that happened between the whistles, shall we say. But I don't know if getting Dr. Steve to write you a note that you can't come to court, I don't know if that's going to fly. Let's just...
Yeah, he's not even... He's just throwing it out there, just like everybody's throwing out the rumors all weekend that Dr. Steve was going to write a note so Melton wouldn't have to go to court. I thought it was a gag, but I didn't know Melton could barely walk, which is even better news. This is fantastic news, and I don't give a fuck what anybody thinks. I'm not kidding. The fact that Melton is a piece of shit and can barely walk and is a great deal of pain, this is a giant win for me and the toe. It's fantastic. So I don't know what else to say. If this happened, Dr. Steve is the dumbest motherfucker that ever lived. To get involved with this, even though the whole event, Hackmania, is basically based off of trolling Steel Toe. Dr. Steve was a performer on, it's one thing if he's there. It's another thing he's a performer on the show. He was on the show with the Hunchback. And then he wrote a note saying he couldn't go, but Melton could hold the event. A 4-day event? Got it.
Let's just...
So he's not saying it happened. He said, I don't know. He's just speculating. I don't know. If that's the case, if Dr. Steve wrote a note, but again, that was the rumor everybody was spreading. So I don't know if that was a gag, but I guess we're going to find out. I guess we're going to find out. But really, the breaking news, the great story is Melton's in a lot of pain because I don't believe this will work anymore. I don't believe Dr. Steve and Tukey are all sad because they're pretending Melton can't walk. But again, if he could do the event, why couldn't he fly to Minnesota? And then if he couldn't go, why would he get his buddy, the doctor, who was also at the event, to write him a fucking note? The judge is going to look at this kind of suspiciously, as he should. But again, these guys, they're all so super smart. Tukey and Melton and club-footed Carl and club-footed Doctor. Another win for the toe. Again, these people. So this is why I'm not friends with any of these fucking losers, because it's like, then you got to start drinking the Kool-Aid. Like, Dr. Steve, Dr. Steve's going to write me a note. If he did, Dr. Steve's the dumbest guy we've ever met. If Dr. Steve got involved in this anyway, and got involved in this court case in any way, shape, or form, he's a fucking idiot. I'm not saying he is or he isn't. If he did write a doctor's note, he's a fucking idiot. You can take that one to the bank. And if Melton, and again, I don't think these guys are acting. So I think Melton is in a lot of pain, and that's fantastic. If Melton can barely walk, that's fantastic. Because again, Melton's an expert on everything. He's going to do 9-hour shows, and he's going to count my money and make fun of my wife and tell everybody how my show stinks and troll me and snipe. He's tried everything, and I'm still standing like that gay song goes. But Melton, how's he doing? He's in a lot of pain and can barely walk. So I might just sit here and just wallow in this. I don't know if that's the right word, but this is fantastic. I'm out of words. Because, again, I thought the whole thing was like a pretend. Melton was too busy to do a live show. But he probably can't even sit in a chair. He can't sit in a chair for a long time because he can barely walk and he's in a lot of pain. And that's fantastic. And I don't care if anybody agrees with me. If you don't agree with me, how about this? Go fuck yourself. How about that? Go watch Melton. Is Melton on right now? Again, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck what it applies to. If Dr. Steve got involved with this in any way, shape, or form, and it looks like he's a little bit uncomfortable, his response. Just that he's even bringing up the HIPAA. If Dr. Steve wasn't involved, why would he even give a shit? Why would he give a shit if he's not involved? He seems a little bit perturbed by the whole, my name came up? And then Tukey has to play the Re Vito. I guess that's an Italian thing. Tukey has to play the Re Vito. I don't even know what's going on. I'm just a puppeteer. Fucking pieces of shit. Strap Fatty to the wing of the jet to Minnesota will also straighten out his back. Again, I don't think that's going to happen. But if he is in a lot of pain and can barely walk, I don't even know what to say. I'm just going to sit here and just enjoy this. Because if Dr. Steve wasn't involved, why does he seem troubled by this? Why does he seem troubled by the news?
Jersey, you broke my heart. Mainly by including Granny. That's my main issue.
You know what? You weren't. I know that your ass was not going to bring this up.